time I've done a yoga class, it's loosened my body up.
It incorporates a lot of athletic movements, concentration, coordination.
I've had problems lower back and tight hips and everything, and when I found out I was going to get to do yoga, man, I was excited because I heard that it helps to relieve some of the problems that I've been having.
I think yoga actually benefits me by vastly improving my focus.
I've been working with Sybil and her yoga program, and it's helped me out tremendously. It's actually a program that I didn't think I would do, but once I started, it helped me out great on the field, on and off the field. It's a great program.
Hello, I am Sybil. Welcome to Yoga for Sports and Fitness Volume 1. This is a program that I have developed in my teaching of yoga to elite and professional athletes, as well as people of all ages and fitness levels. It is designed to build strength, balance, and concentration. Pay attention to your breathing as you do each pose, and use your breath to help your body to open up and relax. Listen to your body and only do what feels right for you. Namaste. Now let's begin sitting with your legs crossed and your back straight. Close your eyes and focus your attention inside. Let go of everything else and follow your breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And now let's come onto our hands and our knees for cat's breath. With your hands under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. Inhale as you let your hips drop down and look up to the sky. And now exhale, arch your back, pull your belly way up high, looking inward. Inhale, releasing and looking back up. And now exhale, arching your back again and looking in toward your belly. Pull your belly button way up high toward your spine. Inhale, releasing again and looking upward. And now exhale as you arch your back and look in towards your belly. That's good. Now come back down to neutral spine for spinal balance, reaching out with your left arm in front of you and your right leg straight back and looking down at your mat. Now release and switch, bringing your right arm out in front, your left leg back. Inhale, exhale, and release. And now shift the weight of your body over to your right hand and knee. Bring your left hand to your hip, raise your left leg up, and now reach up high with your left arm, looking up at your thumb. Now release and come over to the other side. Bringing your right hand to your hip, your right leg up, and reaching up with your arm, looking up at your thumb. And now release and sit back on your feet. And let your head drop down for child's pose. Just let your upper body sink down into your legs and reach out with your fingers. Really stretch out as far as you can. Take a nice deep breath. And now come back up for downward facing dog with your hands shoulder distance apart and your feet hip distance apart. Push your hips up toward the sky, your tailbone up toward the sky, and then try to push your heels down to the floor as close as you can get them to go to the floor. Really stretch. Try to keep your arms straight. Bring your right leg up and flex your leg and bring it over to the left side. Keep your belly pulled in. And now lower that leg down and bring your left leg up. And flex your leg. Good. And now lower your leg to the floor. And now bring your feet up to the front of your mat. Keep your belly pulled in. And now just slowly, with control, roll up to standing. with your hands together at your heart center. Inhale, reaching up and looking up. Exhale as you bend back. Inhale, come back up. And now exhale as you come down and get a hold of your legs. Let your head drop all the way down and standing forward bend. Now bring your right leg back into crescent lunge with your left knee over your ankle. Inhale, reaching up and looking up. Exhale. Now bring your hands to the floor and take your left leg back and push up high onto your tiptoes and push your tailbone up toward the sky in cat's pose. Now move into plank pose with your hands directly under your shoulders. Keep your belly pulled in. Push your elbows straight back as you lower down. Inhale, sliding up into cobra. And exhale and push back into downward facing dog, pushing your heels back down again, pushing your tailbone up to the sky. Now bring your right foot forward for crescent lunge. Up on your left toes in the back, your right knee over your ankle, reaching up high. And now with your hands coming to the floor and moving forward into standing forward bend again, bringing your legs together. And now your hands together. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale as you bend back. And now come back up to standing prayer pose. And that was our salutation to the sun. And now for tree pose. Bring your left foot up and place it on the inside of your leg, or you can place it on your foot, wherever you feel most comfortable balancing. Now with your hands together at your heart center, find your focal point. Always focusing, and now reaching up high, interlacing your fingers and pressing your palms up to the sky. And now release and switch. Bringing your right foot up. Focusing. Now, bring your hands together again at your heart. Inhale. Reaching up. And now exhale. Interlace your fingers and press your palms up to the sky, reaching high like a tall tree. And now release. Now bring your feet out wide for hip twist and turn your toes out away from your body with your knees right over your ankles, your hands on your knees. Keep your arms straight. Let your head sink down between your shoulders, and now drop your left shoulder and turn to look over your right. Let your hips sink down. And now come back to center and drop your right shoulder. Turn to look over your left. Letting your hips drop. Now come back to center again, dropping your left shoulder, turning to look over your right. Keep breathing, helping your body to open up. And now come back to center. One last time, drop your right shoulder and turn to look over your left. Take a deep breath. And now come back to center and come up. Now for triangle pose, with your right foot pointing straight ahead, your left foot at an angle. Keep your front leg straight, and then bring your hand down to your leg and reach up high with your left arm. Pull your tailbone in, tuck it in underneath as far as you can, looking up at your thumb. Now bring your hand to your hip, bend your front knee, place your other hand on the floor, and bring your back leg up. Reaching up high with your left arm. You can use a block. You can place your right hand on a block if you need to, if it's too hard to reach the floor. Focusing and breathing. And now come back up and turn to the other side, reaching out with both arms, keeping your front leg straight and sliding out over your leg, and then coming down to your leg. Reaching up high with your right arm and tucking your tailbone in underneath as you look up at your thumb. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, now bring your hand to your hip, bend your front knee, place your left hand on the floor, bring your back leg up, and now reach up high, focusing and breathing. Once again, using a block if you need to for your left hand. And now come back up. Now bring your feet together right in the center of your mat. Inhale, reaching up, and now exhale, bending to the right. Inhale, come back up, and now exhale, bending to the left. Inhale, coming up again, and now exhale, reaching out wide and bringing your feet out wide. And coming down and holding on to your legs or your ankles, letting your head drop down, and gently pulling your body in towards your legs. Keep your belly pulled in. Now bring your hands up onto your back and interlace your fingers and pull your arms up as high as you can. Try to squeeze your shoulder blades together if you can. Open up your shoulders and your chest. And now bring your arms down to the floor. Hold your elbows in your hands and slowly turn your head like you're saying no. Loosen up your neck. And now move it up and down like you're saying yes. And now bring your hands together. Keep your belly pulled in. Inhale, coming up and reaching up. Exhale, turning to the right for pyramid pose, coming down over your leg. Holding on to your leg and focusing on your knee. Inhale. And exhale. Now with your hands together, inhale, coming up again. Exhale, turning to the other side. Coming down over your other leg and focusing on your knee. Inhale. And exhale. With your hands together, inhale, come back up. And now exhale, coming up to the front of your mat and coming down into standing forward bend, letting your head drop down, gently pulling your body in towards your legs. Now, slide your hands underneath of your feet. Go as far as you can. You can bend your knees if you need to. And now placing your hands right in front of your feet on the floor, and then raising up with the tips of your fingers touching and looking forward. Now bring your right leg back into crescent lunge. Inhale, reaching up and looking up. Exhale. Now bring your hands to the floor and your right foot forward and squat down and squatting forward bend, and let your head drop over your knees. Take a deep breath. And now bring your left leg back into crescent lunge with your right knee over your ankle. Inhale, reaching up and looking up. Exhale. Now bring your hands to the floor. Take your right foot back into downward facing dog, pushing your heels down and using the heels of your hands to push your tailbone up toward the sky. Now bring your right leg up, keeping it straight this time. Take a deep breath. Try to keep your arms as straight as you can. And lower your foot to the floor, and now bring your left leg up, keeping it straight. And now lower your leg back down to the floor. Now move into plank pose with your hands directly under your shoulders. Keep your belly pulled in. Push your elbows straight back as you lower down. Inhale, sliding up into cobra. And now exhale, pushing back and bringing your feet in underneath of you into squatting pose and balancing on the balls of your feet with your arms by your side, your back straight, focusing. Keep breathing. Inhale, reaching up, bringing your hands together over your head. Exhale, and now come back up to standing prayer pose. Very nice. And now bring your left foot up behind you and get a hold of it with your left hand. Find your focal point. And now reach out with your right arm and lean forward as you push your foot back into your hand. Focusing. And keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. And now come back up. Inhale. And exhale. And now holding your right foot and stretching out your quad. Focusing. Reaching out with your left arm. And now leaning forward again as you push your foot back into your hand. And breathing. And now come back up. Inhale. And exhale. And now come up to the front of your mat. Bring your hands to your hips and your left knee up for airplane pose. Hinge forward as you push your legs straight back, looking down at the floor and finding your focal point, and bringing your arms out like they're wings. And keep breathing and focusing. And now come back up. Inhale, reaching up. And exhale. And now on the other side, with your hands on your hips, bringing your right knee up. Hinging forward again as you push your leg back, looking down and focusing. And reaching out again like you're flying. Keep breathing. And now come back up again. Inhale. And exhale. Now for warrior one, bring your feet out with your left foot pointing straight ahead, your right foot at an angle, your left knee right over your ankle, your hands together. Inhale, reaching up into warrior one, looking up. Now exhale and reach out with both arms and gaze over your left hand in warrior two. Pushing your left knee forward and pushing back into your right foot. Both legs are working. Keep breathing. Now bring your elbow to your thigh, let it rest very lightly there, and stretch way up high with your right arm. Really reach, looking up at your thumb. Inhale. And now exhale, let your hands slide down toward the floor. You can place your hand on a block if you need to, or your ankle, reaching way over with your right arm in extended angle pose. And now come up and turn to the other side with your right knee over your ankle, your hands together out in front of you. Inhale, reaching up and looking up in warrior one. Exhale, reaching out for warrior two, gazing right over your fingertips. Inhale and exhale. Now bring your elbow to your thigh, reaching up high with your left arm, looking up at your thumb, and breathing. Now let your hands slide down to the floor, your block, and stretch way over with your left arm over your ear in extended angle pose. Keep breathing. And now come up for eagle pose. Bringing your right arm underneath of your left and wrapping it around, and then taking your right leg over your left and squatting down, opening up your shoulders and your hips. Bring your elbows up high. Try to keep your arms right in the center of your face. Focusing, strengthening your left leg and glute. And now come back up. Inhale. And exhale. And now with your left arm underneath of your right arm, wrapping it around and bringing your left leg over your right leg and squatting down. for eagle pose. Keeping your belly pulled in, focusing, and keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. And now come back up. Inhale. And exhale. Now let's come down to the floor for relaxation pose. Laying down on your back. Bring your arms by your sides. Close your eyes. Let your palms face up to the sky. And now just relax. Let go. Let your body sink down into your mat. Feel all of your muscles relaxing throughout your entire body. And all of the muscles in your face are softening. And now become aware of your breathing. Notice the rise and the fall of your breath, like the rise and the fall of the waves. And feel your belly rise up as you inhale, and then fall back down as you exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Now feel your body relaxing a little more deeply. And feeling as if you're weightless, like you're floating. Floating out on the water. You can feel the water moving underneath your body, gently rocking you, and soothing you, making you even more relaxed. The warmth of the sun covering your body, just floating effortlessly and freely, completely at ease, full of peace, surrounded by love and by light. Just going with the flow. Letting go. Full of peace and rest. And now stay here and rest for as long as you can, enjoying the pose. And I look forward to seeing you again as you continue your practice each day. I know you will be amazed by the results that you feel inside of your body, the changes that you see and feel in your body and in your mind. Until we see each other again. Namaste. Be sure to visit my website at yogaforsportsandfitness.com.